Good day, everyone. My name is Steven Daniel, and I'm from L2 Icon. This charity premiere is an initiative co-organized by Legal Plus and L2 Icon. It is not only a charity drive, but is also to help raise awareness of the great deeds of some of the charitable organizations in our community. It is my pleasure today to welcome Ms. Rachel Shanti, who is the Managing Administrator of Desa Amal Jireh. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Can you please share a brief history and introduction about your organization?
Sure. So Desa Amal Jireh, we were used to be known as Rumah Faith. So this home started in 1985, founded by Reverend and Mrs. Sinadure. And it's a home for orphans, for children from broken families, and underprivileged children. And in 1992, we started a home for senior citizens. And these are senior citizens who are destitute and have really no one to take care of them. So we give them a place for them here.
And how many people has Desa Amal Jireh helped over the years, and what's the number of people you have right now?
Okay, so currently we have about 82 children and 15 senior citizens. And we have helped almost about 1,000 people who have come through our program, children as well as senior citizens.
So how old is the youngest child to the older teen or youth?
Okay, so currently our youngest child, he is 5 years old, and the oldest one is in college currently, and they are 21, 22, college and university. They are studying diplomas in Polytechnic.
So how does the children end up coming to your home? Do their parents bring them there, or welfare society, or how you make the connections?
Okay, so there's many different ways. One way is when the parents themselves come forward. It is not parents, it's usually a single parent or a family member because the parents are absent in the children's lives. Another ways would be through contacts, referrals, and also through JKM because we are also registered under the Jabatan Kebajikan Malaysia.
I see. And roughly how much does Desa Amal Jireh require a month to run your operations?
In a month, we need roughly about 120,000 ringgit.
May I know what are they used for, the funds?
Sure. So the 120,000 would be used to pay the bills. We have electricity, water, also the salaries of staff, and then maintenance, vehicles, because we have to send children to school or hospital. The senior citizens visit the hospital almost every day. And then also the food and children's basic needs.
The children there stay in a hostel. Could you talk about the infrastructure of your whole setup over there?
Sure. So we are on a 4.3 acre land, and we purchased this land actually in 1992 and put up the building and moved in 2007. So we have 5 blocks of 3-story building, 3 stories, 5 blocks, 3 stories, and each block is, so we have 1 block for boys, 1 block for girls, 1 block where we have staff and children, small nursery children, and 1 block for the senior citizens. So each room, inside each block is like an apartment set up, and each room could house about 3 to 5 children. Because we use double-decker beds, so you can maximum put in 5 people in each room.
Okay. And may I ask, how has the MCO, the lockdowns affected Desa Amal Jireh?
It has been not easy. Financially, the home has struggled a lot. Funds have reduced. Income, because people are unable to donate. I think everyone is struggling at this time. In terms of the children's education, we have been having problems with our internet. So that has really affected our children. because classes is all online now. And the third thing would be in terms of devices, because not everyone can use a device at the same time. So we have to prioritize. And from all this, we can also identify that the children are having gaps in their education. Because when they go to school, we don't see it. Now we see the gaps. And so we've been spending a lot of time teaching them. And the staff have been very tired because now work seems to be almost 24 hours a day. So it can get very tiring. And for the children, because they are seeing each other every day, every minute, hour, second, they begin to start causing a lot of disciplinary problems because it is affecting them as well. And they really miss, some of them really miss their mom or their dad or their grandparents.
That's such a sad thing to hear.
It is.
How about volunteers? How many volunteers do you have at Desa Amal Jireh? Or during this period, you can't have volunteers?
So currently we have 5 volunteers. The founders themselves are volunteers. So pastor and the wife, they're actually my parents. And my brother is also a volunteer. And then we have 2 more others who come in. One is a teacher, and one more, she comes in to assist us in terms of our publicity and communications.
Okay, thank you. So last question, Ms. Rachel. What other areas does Desa Amal Jireh need help in?
I think one glaring thing that I would say is we really need manpower. I think this is something you might gather from all the homes that you speak to, that we really truly lack staff, and staff that really love what they're doing, love the children, and want to share the same passion and vision of the organization to see the children come up. And this requires commitment, because we've realized that, these are lives. It is not a machine. It's not where you press a button and you work. No. So every child is different, and we really need staff. So in terms of manpower, I would say home caregivers or teachers, even administrative staff, and maintenance staff. So yeah, that is one area. Secondly would be, we are open for like interns and volunteers that are willing to commit. Because sometimes when it's volunteering, people find it difficult to commit on a long-term basis. And the children know, they know when you just come for a short while and go. And to them, they don't feel anything anymore. And it's very sad because they've all been rejected at one point in time.